Yep. Hi, Engin. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Alright, it's good to see you again. How are you today?
Doing good.
Um, I remember that last time we spoke about the school issue regarding your major, and then you picked up the major, and then you were at the middle of, of school, and then you kind of, I mean, not regret, but you're not happy with your choice, and then you don't feel like, going to school anymore, you're discouraged. So, am I right?
Yeah.
All right, so since then, can you tell me more about the evolution of your situation?
I mean, I guess because like it's towards the end of the semester now, so now I have like a better idea of how I'm doing in my classes, and I'm actually doing pretty great in all of my classes. So, like, and that happens usually towards the end of every semester. I usually do pretty okay or pretty good, and so it like it's kind of weird, right? So it's like I go kind of like back and forth. Like I say, like last time we met, I told you that I really wasn't sure if like forensic psychology was for me, if I should continue. But like now I'm feeling like, oh, I'm doing pretty good in all my classes, and they're actually like like major requirements. So I'm no longer taking any gen ed classes. And it's actually classes that I need for my major, and I'm really enjoying them, and I'm doing really good in them. So I keep going back and forth, and like, yeah, it's for me, but then it's not for me. I don't know if that makes sense, but.
Oh, yes. If I'm understanding, you're saying that at certain point you feel like this is for you, and then at certain point you feel like this is not for
Exactly.
you.
Yeah.
But tell me more about the courses that make you feel good, and then you're willing to continue with the major.
So, like when I get like A's, like on exams or on projects or papers, I feel like I really like mastered the material, like the course material, especially like within psychology. I feel like it's a lot of reading, a lot of writing, and when I get good grades on it, it makes me feel that I can master it pretty well, and that I'll probably have a really good chance of getting a good job in the future. And yeah, and like sometimes the feedback that I get from like professors and stuff, they have like really good things to say, and they, are always helping me with suggestions or suggesting like what internships I should apply for. So yeah, that makes me feel like that I can continue down this road, and like I'll be pretty successful.
And then on the other side, what about the courses that you more like hate, and it doesn't make you feel, you like the other major? What are the courses?
So I guess I'm like really stressed and anxious, because like, yeah, I get good grades on those papers, but like the process of getting a good grade, it's really stressful. Like I'll lose sleep, I have to read a lot, I have to write a lot. I won't be able to like hang out with like my friends or my family a lot of times. And I guess that's college life, right? But a lot of times, like, especially like around this time, like around like holiday season, a lot of people want to go out, like Friendsgiving, and you want to go out for drinks or whatever have you, and or to eat, or just simply to go to someone's house and like watch a movie or something. Like it's like things like that I can't be a part of. Like I can't make memories that way because I'm stuck, writing papers or reading textbooks. So it's like it makes me feel like that might be the rest of my life, even like outside of school, because you have to continue like studying and learning new things, especially with psychology, that they're changing things around all the time. So I feel like that'll be my life. So I don't know if I want that. If that makes sense.
So it seems like you've gotten a lot of support from certain from some of your professors, right? So how does that make you feel?
So I actually, it makes me feel encouraged, I guess. Like I feel like I have like enough skills, like intellectual skills, to continue, and that because I have kind of like their support, like I can continue to grow as a professional. And I think that, or I hope that I'll get letters of recommendation for the future if I do continue to like, if I continue on to a PsyD or a second master's, I'll be able to kind of like have success. So I do feel encouraged. I feel like, in a sense, I'm not totally alone, even though they're not like family or whatever, but I feel like career-wise or like professionally, like I'm not like alone. Like I do kind of have like that support of people who think that I can really excel in this.
And then would that be actually something that's really positive and will take away all the negative thing that you have on your major?
I think so, yeah. I just think that, like, when I get really anxious, like, I focus a lot on just that anxiety, and I don't focus on that I actually do have support, right? Not only from, like, professors and stuff, but I have support, like, at home. Like, my family's really, like, supportive in me going to school and in me getting good grades and me hopefully somewhere in the future finding a good job. I just think that I have a bad habit of like focusing a lot like on stress and anxiety, and like when I feel that way, I like in my brain like my world is falling apart, and I think that's when I start to think that this major isn't for me.
So it seems like you work hard, and then you actually, when you put your effort on something, you really can do it. But it's just like, sometimes you feel anxious and, about certain work. Okay, so you also mentioned that your family is also like supportive of your work. But when it comes to the issue of anxiety and stress, have you spoken to somebody about it?
Not sort of, I guess. Like, I speak about it with my husband a lot, so he knows like when I'm anxious, because I think my anxiety kind of like comes out in anger, right? So he knows when I'm anxious, but explicitly like talking to him about how or why I feel anxious, kind of, because I'll let him know like that I feel really overwhelmed and that I feel like I can't, that I can't like finish something or do something, and he'll always try to like give me like words of encouragement. He's like, oh, you're smart, you got this, you're a really good student, don't worry about it. And like he'll also like let me like read papers to him and stuff, which I know he thinks is totally boring, but he'll support me in that way. So like, yeah, so I have spoken to him. Yeah, I guess I have spoken to him about it, but like other than like him and now you, like in this setting, I haven't really like spoken to anyone else about that.
Okay, so again, you have support from some of your professors, family, as well as your husband. But what are the strategy that you think may help you cope with the situation regarding to stress and anxiety?
I think like a lot of like self-care, and I think that's something that I've learned like this semester that it's okay to like take a break, like to take a mental break. Like usually I'll do things for a lot of hours back to back, and I won't like take time for myself. Like I won't take time to just like sit down with, I don't know, like a piece of chocolate and watch TV or something. I don't know. Like I won't. Like I used to never do that. Like take time for myself to kind of relax and take a break from reading and writing and studying. And I think this semester I've learned to do that in order to help with my anxiety. Like, and I feel that it also helps me be like a better student, if that makes sense. Like if I let my mind rest a little bit, it'll help me like get my work done more efficiently. So
I found like, I would say something that fits you as an effective self-strategy to cope with the situation.
yeah.
Okay, so now, how do you feel like moving forward, like after you graduate in psychology?
Um, a little worried, I guess, because obviously I'm in school to eventually find a job that'll pay not only for the loans that I have to go to school, but that would, also help me support my family financially. So yeah, I'm doing all this work, but in the back of my mind, there's always some worry that, I am doing all this work, but I won't find a job. Or I won't find a job in this field. I have to do something completely different. So yeah, like I'm hopeful. I'm trying to stay positive in that I'll definitely find a career within what I'm going to school for now. But part of me still feels like really worried that I won't.
So actually, is this something that you you think that it's only applies to you, or it's actually a lot of other students on the job markets after they graduate?
I think a lot of students feel that way, because I feel like I hear it all the time with students saying that they don't know if they're going to find a job in this field, or that they're worried that they'll have to do a couple of more internships to gain a couple of years experience, and usually internships, if they pay, they don't pay much, and sometimes they don't pay at all. So I feel like it's a common worry, especially among students that are graduating. And I think especially in this field that it can be really competitive.
Okay, so you mentioned earlier that you're getting support from the professors encourage you, and then hopefully you can get some letters of recommendations. So how do they make you feel like moving forward? So would that play like a major role for you, job or internship, something like that?